These aren't going to be ordered, obviously. They're just whatever tier. Sagat. Anyone else? I don't think so. Maybe Guild, but I don't know the matchup. Then we move on to bad. It's basically anyone with a fireball. I think Laura. So I'll try and give explanations. So Guile, Chun-Li, Sagat, they all keep her out really well. So I think because of that, it's like you just can't get in. They have to make a mistake. Guile and Sagat are kind of self-explanatory because of their fireball game. Chun's fireball game is not that bad, but her footsies also keep calling out really well. Bison would be in bad. I'm not sure if Bison's in bad. I feel like Bison's in even. But we'll go in order. So first we'll talk about all the fireball characters. So Akuma is definitely in bad. I think it's not really bad because when KOLIN gets V-Trigger, she can kill him. When KOLIN gets V-Trigger against these characters, you kind of have to waste one of the V-Trigger uses on stab to get in. And then you don't really have much V-Trigger left to make the comeback, which I think is not great. Who else? Is Sakura bad? Maybe. I'm gonna say Sakura's mostly even. I think Urien is bad. His fireball is really annoying and his button ranges. There's like slightly bad matchups, but I don't want to make like different tiers for slightly bad. If it's slightly bad, I'm just gonna say mostly even. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Abigail. I think Abigail is mostly even. I think it used to be in Abigail's favor, but now that you can whiff punish his buttons more, it's not a big deal. Lucia, I think KOLIN beats. Where's Lucia? Lucia. Her fireball isn't really a fireball. It doesn't keep her out in the same way. You can whiff punish the startup of it. So KOLIN, because she has a range advantage, she can just spam back heavy kick and stuff. I think Laura is bad. It's hard to deal with Thunderclap. KOLIN doesn't have a low profile. And in the matchup, when Laura just gets V-Trigger and KOLIN doesn't have resources anymore, then Laura runs over her. Grapplers in general are scary too because KOLIN doesn't have a throw, like a reversal that beats throws. I'm gonna say Birdie used to be bad, but I think it's mostly even now. Because you can whiff punish his buttons. I'm not sure though, because I haven't played the matchup much anymore. But I think that's how it is. Oops. Let's see. Let's see. Let's keep going through the top tier characters. Seth, I think, is even. KOLIN actually has a pretty good handle on the neutral of the matchup. Seth's B skill 1 kind of blows it up, but it's like, it's still something, it's something every character has to deal with, and you have ways around it. KOLIN is very like buttons heavy, so the V skill is going to be more annoying on her, but if you wait it out and try and whiff punish it, it makes it harder for the Seth player to use. Feels like a pretty even matchup. Rashid, I think, is mostly even. It might be in good, but I think it's mostly even. Rashid, she beats him in neutral, but when he gets her to the corner, it's annoying. Not really much to say there. Rashid is just a strong character, and I think that's how you gotta look at it. I wouldn't necessarily put in a good. I think she has a slight advantage because in neutral I think she wins. But he still has ways to fight her. It's not like completely crazy in her advantage. What about Ryu? I think Ryu is mostly even. His fireball game is annoying, but KOLIN is a much stronger character overall than him. So that's why I think, because of that, it kind of balances itself out. That Ryu, in the matchup, has matchup-specific things that he dominates, but because KOLIN's just better than him, has more of a cheap factor than it can be in even matchup. What about Ryu on Wi-Fi? Yeah, that's a rip. Can't react to those fireballs. I'm debating if Sakura goes here or here. I'm gonna say Sakura goes here. I think it's slight advantage Sakura, but not bad enough for me to call it bad. Her fireballs are annoying, but KOLIN's back heavy kick is kind of annoying for Sakura, I think. And Sakura's fireballs aren't the best. They're just good enough to keep KOLIN out, but I think they're not that good. I'm hesitant for G. I think I've figured out a lot about this matchup. There are times when G can steamroll her, but I think she deals with his V trigger pretty well, and his zoning. Yeah, once G gets level 2, it's definitely over. And I used to think it was like really bad because of the way that his fireball works. It's really hard to react to. You couldn't do V trigger stab through it. It's just really fast. But I've been starting to do like V trigger dash to whiff punish, which makes me put it at least here. Thanks for the follow, Shadow Payaso. I'm gonna keep it here for now, but I'm not completely sure. It might be here. Thanks for the follow, Tiniest of Travelers. Cammy is pretty even. I think we just play footsies. I think Cammy's walk speed makes it a more even matchup than, because KOLIN has better range, but Cammy has better walk speed, so I think that's pretty even. Karin is kind of the same. KOLIN has better range, but Karin has more damage output. Yeah, so I think I'm going to keep G here, and the reasoning is when both players play perfect, it's pretty even, I think. But once KOLIN makes one mistake, then G is winning. So, and I think it's not the exact same in the other direction. So I'm going to put it in bad. It might just be slightly bad, but for now I'm just going to keep it in bad. Nikali, I'm going to say is mostly even. They both play neutral pretty well. Seismo is kind of annoying for her, especially in V-Trigger, but I think it's an overall pretty even matchup. Kage, kind of same reasoning as Ryu, because his fireball, especially his red fireball, is really annoying for her, but the character itself isn't that strong, I think. Dang, all of these people coming out of nowhere. Thank you. Let's see here. Juri, I think she beats. Just because of the way Juri has to store, her stores are pretty whiff punishable. So KOLIN can pressure her real bad. I think she beats Falk. Falk keeps her out for a little bit, but not enough. Manat, same thing. She can keep her out a little bit, but not enough. Especially when KOLIN gets V-Trigger, she can just spam V-Skill, and Manat can't do anything about it. Poison, I think, is a better zoner. I think it's pretty even, and like she can keep her out. Some rounds she can just keep her out the whole time, but sometimes KOLIN can get in. I feel like it could go either way. I don't really know exactly where Poison goes. Ken is kind of bad. I'm not gonna put Ken in bad, because Ken can punish light hands, and he has a nice fireball. Pretty annoying. I'm gonna put Blanka in even. I don't really know it too well. It's pretty annoying, at least. And I don't really know what would make KOLIN beat him. I'm going to put Honda here for now. I think it might be slightly bad, but I don't know the matchup, so I can't really say. Mika. I feel like she beats Mika. Does she beat Mika? I think she beats Mika. Her buttons are really good. Yeah, I'm gonna say she beats Mika. You're literally brand new to Street Fighter 5. You wanted to pop in and chill, get a feeling for the game by chatting with players. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I think the whole community is really friendly. Can't Ryu punish light hands too? Yes, he can also. I just feel like Ken is a better character than Ryu. But maybe. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it here. I think Ken is a better player or character. Bison, I think, is pretty even. Bison players don't like the matchup, but I also don't like the matchup. You have to play so patient, and then sometimes he just chips you up away. Ibuki, pretty even, I think. It might be in her favor now. Now that V-Skill is nerfed. Not sure. Dawson is definitely here. Balrog, I think, is even. Balrog players don't like the matchup. Well, Brian F doesn't like the matchup, at least. I think Smug is fine with the matchup. I was just about to say, for a game where we all literally fight each other, I've not had a single bad experience popping into streams and learning slowly. Yeah, I think there's more toxicity in like team games because people can expect you to be good, but when you're just doing it for yourself, people don't care if you're just learning still. And all of us are, I feel like fighting game players especially are mostly pretty humble, because we all started from somewhere where we didn't really know very much. Cody. Fireball is a little annoying, but I think she beats his buttons. I think she wins a neutral. Ed, I think she wins a neutral. Fang, I think she wins a neutral. Vega, same thing. Nash, this one's kind of hard because I think he should theoretically be able to keep him out, or he should theoretically be able to keep her out, but I feel like it just doesn't happen. It might just be I haven't played a good Nash player, but I'm going to keep this here. She definitely beats Alex. I think she just frustrates him, and then especially in Beecher, he can't really do much about Fierce. Nash feels even, but he's also a really bad character. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like, it feels even, but he kind of sucks. Zaku, I think, is even. And then Zangief. What do I think about Zangief? Zangief feels even, I think. I think either character can win neutral. Is that true? I think so. If I'm trying to back up and whiff punish, he gets space, which is really good for Zangief. And if I try to press buttons, it's kind of risky because of Stand Fierce. What makes Dhalsim so much worse against calling them and not? The fact that you can space V-Skill even out of V-Trigger so that he can't punish it is really bad. You can space V-Skill out so that stand meet or back medium kick doesn't work for Dhalsim. So you can just spam it. Manat can punish outside of Colleen's V-Trigger, so at least she has time where she gets to play and keep her out. I'm wondering if I should move any of these. Karin. Alright, which ones do I think are slightly good? I'll move them to the back. I think Honda could be slightly good. I think Blanka could be... No. I think Rashid could be slightly good. No, I'm going to keep Honda even because I don't know the matchup. Rashid. Maybe a Buki. You popped your cherry online today. Lost, had fun. Gonna keep on learning Honda. Honda is definitely a character you can just start out with, I think, and figure out what's going on. Easy moves to learn. And yeah, just going online is how you do it. That's how I did it. It's fun just like trying to win even when you don't know what you're doing. I think I'm just gonna put some of these down here. Just so they're in a different tier. Because these ones I feel are really even. Which ones do I think are bad? Maybe Sakura. I think the rest are pretty even. These ones seem slightly bad at least. These ones are really bad. I think these ones are pretty good. These ones are really good. I think this is my tier list or matchup chart, whatever you want to call it. Is there anything I would change? Yeah, only one really good matchup, please buff. Even then, I might put Dawson here. But, you know what? It's better than Karin, so we'll keep it down here. Yeah, that's the thing that's a problem with her. Almost every top tier character is a bad matchup for her. With the exception of Rashid and Seth. But Guile and Chun are very common. Akuma and Urien are really common as well. Also G. So that's a pretty big problem, but it's okay. Is there anything I would change here? I don't know. How do I deal with axe kicks consistently? I don't really think you can deal with axe kicks consistently. There are options you can take that will beat them, like trying to walk back out of range and whiff punish, trying to dash out of range and whiff punish, trying to anti-air, trying to air to air. And if you mix those up, they'll get confused. But there's no one guaranteed way to stop every jump in of Seth. Top 1.5 million. That's not bad. That's a pretty high percentage if you think about it. Yeah, parries, if you parry a Seth player once, it'll scare them. Because especially if you're in the corner and then you just put him in the corner, they don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, I really feel like all these matchups are even. I feel like these matchups are good. And these matchups are bad. These matchups, I feel like this is undebatable. We're gonna make a tweet. Or should I make a YouTube video and then they won't see the matchup chart until they watch the video and clickbait them? I think that's smarter.